Okay, let's record the share note on blood typing, genotype, and phenotype. So I'm gonna use the Punnett square for that. So genotype, that's your genes that will code for a particular phenotype. And a phenotype, that's an expression of those genes. So that's genetic characteristics that you can observe in the offspring. Just because this is a blood typing lecture, so I'm going to use blood. So for example, if parent is A, B, or O blood type, so these blood types can code, right? So the parent's genotype blood can code for the genetic expression, for the characteristics of an offspring. It could be eye color. So the eye color, if the person has blue colors, the mother has a blue color eye and the father has a green, so the most dominant would be expressed. Let's say green is dominant. So the phenotype of the eye color would be green. So there's a dominant genes and there are silent genes or recessive genes. When it comes to genotype of the blood type, A is dominant, B is dominant, AB both dominant, but O are recessive. So when it comes to blood type, the person could have this dominant A and recessive O. Another person could have B dominant and recessive O. Another person could have AB. Both of them are dominant, so both would be expressed on the cell of a blood. This is the antigen A, so this is the A blood type. So if the person will have two antigens, so that's the A and B. You know what the antigen is. So, and when it comes to O type to be expressed as the phenotype, both parents must be carriers of O. What does it mean? So we're looking for the phenotype. So the Punnett square that we can use to solve this problem, on one side could be your father, A, on another side could be your mother, B. So, and we want to see for the phenotype, for the outcome, for this hereditary characteristics, that's what the offsprings will have. So if it's A and B, right, A and B, so there's a 25% chance that the child can have A and B. But what about the other information? So we need to have another type of information, which is the recessive. If I know that my child is O blood type, phenotype, that child should have both recessive genes. Then I know that both parents must be carriers. So if one parent is AI and another parent is BI, and I have I and I, then this would be expressed. Here would be BI, and here would be AI. 25% chance that the offspring phenotype, the blood type, would be AB. 25% chance that would be A because A is dominant and A would only be expressed, so the child would have blood type A, not O, because this is the recessive. Again, here B would be expressed, 25% chance that the child would have B type. And then you see I and I because both carriers, and I know that my child is O blood type, then 2 would be expressed, right? So the personal example, I know that 2 of my children are blood type O, right? Then I know my blood type is B, then I know that I must be a carrier. Otherwise, it would not be expressed here. And I know that my wife is O, but let's say if I didn't know that she's O, but I know that my children are O phenotype, then at least she should have one recessive I. Right? It could be B, doesn't matter, B, whatever, but I know that one child is definitely O. So that matches here. But I know that she's O. So B-I, I. B-I, I. So the 50% chance that my children could be O and 50% chance that my children could be B. I know that one child is B and I know that 2 children are O. So that's basically how you can find out the phenotype of an offspring. So the genotypes are a genetic information, or the genes that will code for a particular trait in a person. And the phenotype, that's expression of that trait, the expression of characteristics. And those characteristics are the blood type, the hair color, eye color, skin tone, and so on.